We have a great show. Barbara Woodhouse is here, and also my first guest, a great opera singer who inspires the kind of fan enthusiasm usually reserved for rock superstars. He is currently appearing at the Met here in New York City and is also starring in the film Yes, Giorgio. Please welcome Luciano Pavarotti. Very nice to meet you. You want to, before we get into this, and I don't know what that means exactly, let's take a look at some of your film. We're going to show a clip from your motion picture, Yes, Giorgio. Have they told you what this is, Luciano?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to tell the rest of the folks what we're going to take a look at here?
Are we taking a look first, and after you want me to say...
Let's take a look first, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And, okay, do you know what part of the film we're going to see here?
I think so.
Okay. So, we'll take a look.
But I insist.
Well, I'm sorry, but you'll have to take no for an answer.
Mr. Feeney, excuse me, I'm Dr. Stuart Barman. What a thrill this is for me. I'm going to see you tomorrow.
Then my friend convinced her she should do the same. She fixed my throat, and now she refused to accept my invitation.
Pamela, this is the greatest singer in the world. You must go.
Opera puts me to sleep.
That is because you have never heard me sing. I challenge you to come tomorrow. If you don't fall asleep during the concert, you must have supper with me. And in the concert, I will sing an aria just for you.
Me and 150,000 other people.
No, for you alone. The aria is called Cielo e Mar.
That's my favorite.
And when I sing Vieni, o donna, vieni al bacio della vita, come, my beloved, come to the kiss of life. It will be just for you. Vieni, o donna, vieni al bacio della vita.
What is the plot there of the movie?
Well, the doctor who is singing after me is the real writer of the script, who is inside the...
It was Norman Steinberg.
Yeah,
yes. He actually wrote the
and that
film.
is the most funny thing of all. But he's even very, very funny. He's very funny himself. He made many other movies. And like you hear, I invite this girl to hear me to sing, and she say, well, opera puts me asleep, and I say, no, because you did not hear myself. All this kind of Italian approach, you know, then you try to make, and at the very end it did work very well.
Now this is about an opera star who is touring the United States, falls in love with the throat doctor, right?
Well, yes, problem with the throat, and the doctor who come to see him is this fantastic girl, and
Bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah. Has that anything like that ever happened in your life?
Not yet.
What was the purpose of you making a film? Because you really, you don't really need to be making films now, do you?
It is absolutely true. I don't need to make a film, but MGM proposed me, I think, a very good subject with a great director, a very beautiful script, and we did make the movie, and we hope it is going to have a success. Of course, it's a kind of movie then. Is not one night explosion. It's a movie who is going to stay a long time, and and we hope to have success.
You hope to attract more people to opera through the film?
That is the purpose.
Yeah.
If we don't do that, I think I fall my my intention. They fall.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a tenor, and I don't know what that means exactly. It means
you go high with the voice.
Oh, I see. Very high. And you're now that's anatomically not good for your voice, is it?
Anatomically, I think it's fantastic for the voice, but
that's what I said. It's one of the best things you can do for your voice. Is
yes, you don't need any extra help in terms of making higher the voice. No.
Mm-hmm.
The man voice, if is what you mean, if I understand your question correctly, is then the main voice is a baritone voice, which is a little lower. The tenor is more construct voice, is more sparkling, and I think being a little constructed and natural and a little wild is even the more interesting.
But the tenors are usually, and correct me if this is silly, but the star of the opera, right? You are
Well,
the,
they say that they are generally the lover, the star of the opera is the best who is singing that night. Can be the baritone, can be the... Generally is the lady, what you call prima donna, which means first lady. The tenor, they always take the second step. But doesn't matter sometimes, like I say, depend who is the singer and how you are singing in that precise night. The baritone can steal the soul very easy in Ballo in Maschera if he's a great baritone, even if the tenor sing all the night long.
Yeah. But you can't do it night after night, can you? You got to...
No, we do every 3-4 nights.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to pause here. We'll be right back to continue talking with Luciano Pavarotti. Luciano Pavarotti is here, and tell me about some of the, how you have to protect yourself, your voice, rather.
Well, when it's raining like today, for example, I always try to go out with a taxi. Of course, a lot of overcoat, but taxi at the door to the door. I don't walk much. Instead, when it's sunny, I walk, I like to exercise and take more walk. But I think the most important thing is do not change temperature very quick. Don't go from the heat of the theater immediately out in the cold of the winter. Even vice versa. But it's the change of temperature. Other way, I think it's very good to be a normal person.
How long does it take you to warm up?
To warm up for the performance of the night, generally I begin in the morning around 11 o'clock. If the voice is good, I don't care more until the night before the performance. I sing the first aria of the opera in my dressing room with the piano, and then I go on the stage. Other way, if I need, I even do 3, 4, 5 times, depends.
But now you mentioned if the voice is good, what would cause it to differ from morning to morning?
Well, I think we are never in the same way. We are a human body, and the body is never in the same. Generally, a singer who make a career is generally a very healthy person. That for sure. Other way, he will do another profession.
What do you do to warm up?
To warm up, I vocalize in the EUI, scale and arpeggi with the piano and with the voice, of course.
Now you couldn't do that here.
No, terrible, impossible today.
Yeah.
Very, no, it doesn't make any effect, and I don't think it probably can be a secret. Somebody discovers some secret, or somebody can even discover some defect and copy and have bad result. I don't like.
And I guess there's no chance of you doing a number with the band. I bet now in a performance, if a tenor is singing the big one, the finale, would that be? I don't know how to describe it, but
the aria.
The aria. There you go. And say the person, it all builds to one note, and say the person performing misses the note or gets halfway there or something happens. What can you do? Because that's just left hanging out there. The audience.
It can happen. It can happen 2 or 3 times in your life career. If it happens more than that, I think you're in dangerous.
Different business.
Yes,
yeah.
Different business.
But what if it would happen? Is there such a thing as stopping the procedure and going back?
Well, I think you realize before, and the audience realize before, that it's going to happen. Because if it's going to happen to somebody who is generally a good singer, it means then he feels sick from the beginning. Either he announced or she announced, then he's sick. Either they don't, but still the audience understand, and you see then the result probably at the highest note, who is more difficult than the other, is a crack. And then, let's say, American public will probably say a little of disappointment. Italian public will say something more, and a different reaction, absolutely different reaction.
There was some kind of a fight broke out the other night at the here at the Met, wasn't there? Over something not unlike this? People started swatting one another with programs and so forth?
Well,
which is a fight at the Met, by the way. I guess that's as bad as they get.
It was a fire in the morning of
well, I tell you what, we have to pause for station identification, and we'll pick this up when we return. We'll come back now with Luciano Pavarotti. Ladies and gentlemen, Luciano Pavarotti is here. Barbara Woodhouse will be joining us in a few moments. Tomorrow night, presidential joke writers Vic Gold and Bob Orban will be here. Singer/comedian and widow of Ernie Kovacs, Edie Adams, will be here. And the Late Night Open tomorrow night. Friday night, we'll be having our Late Night Talent Show featuring talent from right here in this building, NBC employees. Not even competing for wonderful prizes, but just here having fun. That'll be Friday night. Do you want to finish up explaining what happened at the Met with the little swatting episode and people booing and hissing and so forth?
I was not there then. I am not probably a very good judge. I hear then a tenor cancel after the first act, and another substitute him, and it seems that they did not like him.
No, they started hooting and booing.
And they fight, of course, and they use the program like, like a duel. Until the war is made with program is very good. I think it should always made that.
But it was like a hockey fight there for a while. I mean, you don't think of trouble breaking out, you know. You don't.
Like I say, I was not there. I just hear people then report the thing to me, and of course, happening in the house. Then of course, I consider my home, the home of all the singer, not my private home, but the home of all the singer, is something who I don't like. But in the meantime, I have to say, then is part of the life of the theater. To see people, then they are so alive and so even a little over hot. I would like to say.
So then you're suggesting that that's really not, while it doesn't happen every night, it's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon, but it doesn't happen every night. And that night particularly was, let's say, something very special. In the bad way, of course.
They get the guardian angels now patrolling the aisles over there at the Met. It was interesting to read about it, though. Something else interesting I was reading about this afternoon, the size of a crowd that came to see you in Central Park one spring, 200,000 people?
I think so. The park is capable of these. And we were singing Rigoletto there, and it was full, and I will never forget that night, because for me the pleasure is to sing for more people than is possible. And like I told you at the beginning of our talk, I make even this movie for that reason, to give to everybody, to more people than is possible, the opportunity to know the world of the opera.
Now, when I think of opera, I think of the United States and Europe. Is it worldwide, the appeal?
I think, so certainly, yes. Certainly.
The Orient?
Excuse me?
In Japan?
I think so, in Japan too. I think it's a movie who is classic in terms, than the last movie about opera was made 30 and more years ago from Mario Lanza, and even was not probably talking about the life of a singer. And then it's something that is going to, we hope to stay a long time.
You're presently appearing at the Met. What is the opera?
I am singing Idomeneo, who is my dream, because it's a Mozart. I adore Mozart, and finally I sang this title role in this beautiful theater with incredible equipment in any way. The conductor, the stage director, the colleague, the orchestra, the choro, and everybody. It was an incredible night. For an opera was never done at the Met in 100 years of history of the Met. We did have the same applause that we have in Rigoletto and Bohème, and that is really something that make me feel that we have worked a lot for something.
If you're really familiar with an opera, if it's a part that you've performed over and over again, some nights you get in a silly mood and think, I'll throw something in, or I'll goof around, or just a little trick here or there for the people.
Well, I'm telling you, you don't have this feeling if you are not sick. If you are sick, then you are.
Maybe that's my problem.
No, sick. I mean, really here in the throat. Then you say, I'm going to goof around, like you say. I am going to save my voice here to give more there and there and there. Other way, I think when you go on the stage, there is something I cannot explain what it is, but it's something that is coming to you like an alp of another soul. Probably is the soul of the character you are singing and playing on the stage. And I don't think I give all myself, and I don't want to be melodramatic just because I am a tenor. But I'm telling you that if I know I am going to die, I say, don't push too much the other way, you die. If it's my destiny to die that night, I will. I will never save, I will never goof around, like you say.
Pretty much so, it's all business.
I give myself, I give all myself.
It was a pleasure meeting you, and
it was a great honor for me.
Continued success. Luciano Pavarotti, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Fascinating gentleman, and you know, here on Late Night, we try to have a lot of fun, and the good times don't have to involve celebrities, elaborate props, or fancy video tricks. You know, we can have fun the homespun way, and folks who watch the show regularly know that there's nothing we like more here than an old-fashioned sing. So, tonight, in honor of our guest, Signor Pavarotti, we thought we'd sing along a classic Italian opera, the Anvil Chorus from Verdi's Il Trovatore. Now, if the studio audience will just watch the monitor and follow the bouncing ball.
This mic. Listen, I'm going to play 2 bass notes, and then we sing really...
Thank you. Very nice, folks. During that performance, no one was swatted with a program, ladies and gentlemen. Terribly moving.